We probably should have discussed what we're going to talk about before we started. But you know
Now,
what?
why would we do
That's
that?
not
That doesn't
something.
sound on brand.
That's not something we do here at John Talks to Lamb.
Yeah. Should we? I guess it'll sync up itself, right?
Oh, you're talking about the clap sync? Yes, we should do the clap sync.
Oh, so now we do the clap sync.
Okay, is this some psyop you're trying to make me want to do the clap sync?
Oh yeah, I'm training you.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
conditioning you.
Well, you know what? Let's do it. One,
On
two,
go.
on. Yes.
All right.
One, two, three. I'm sure that was fine.
Probably.
I couldn't
All
hear it at all. Thanks.
right.
Thank you, Discord, for cutting that out. Not sponsored by Discord.
Why would we be sponsored by Discord of all people?
Because Discord likes us. They
Oh,
provide their services to us. They have
mm-hmm.
taken over the industry when it comes
That is true.
to peer-to-peer communications.
In gaming.
I mean, they've already like semi-monetized their stuff, but it's not quite the same as like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. Like all these places are coming up with new ways to steal all of our money. Discord provides all of its stuff for free and a bunch of other stuff that you could pay for, but I don't really understand that.
Like Nitro?
Yeah.
Well, don't you know you get Discord Nitro to hold on, let me look at it.
Yeah, please.
To unleash more fun with Nitro. Plans start at $2.99 a month and you can cancel anytime.
But what are the benefits? Okay.
Well, you see,
I don't know if we
Nitro
should
Basic,
just absolutely rag on Discord the whole time.
I'm not ragging. I'm just reading what it says.
Oh, are you a Nitro supporter?
I don't know. I've never bought it. Oh, but I can get 2 weeks free. Wait.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Just a little bit of cocaine, and then you're off to the races.
Basically, with Discord Nitro, you can upload bigger files. Because I think the limit is only 25 megabytes.
I think it's 8.
Is it 8? Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
You can use custom emojis in any servers, so you can like cross-server emojis.
Doesn't make any sense. I don't use.
You get a special Nitro badge. You can boost some servers, whatever that means. You also get access to more activities, HD video streaming, and custom profiles, and more.
The only thing that I've seen possibly useful on there is the HD streaming. Because I have streamed like video to my friends while we're playing stuff, just to be like, look at this. And when it's in 720, it's kind of grainy and sometimes difficult to see.
Yeah, the quality is the best.
$3 whole a month.
Well, that's for the basic. The
that
basic one doesn't get you all the things I said. The basic only gets you. You get 50 megabytes of uploads, custom emojis, and a special Nitro badge.
Bro, Discord is never going to sponsor us.
What do you mean? I'm literally promoting them right now.
Yeah, no, and I'm sitting over here torpedoing any possible relationship, going, this is a useless feature. Why would I pay for this? What an absolute travesty.
Well, you see, they'll sponsor Lamb. They just won't sponsor John.
Right. John's the what is it? The brand risk. He's risk averse. They're risk averse, and I am a risk.
Here's the thing. While Lamb John is a brand in and of itself, Lamb has also branched out and become its own brand.
How dare you, first of all?
Yeah, I said it.
You're the kind of person that would pay for the blue check on Twitter.
No, I won't. It's too much money, first and foremost.
Everybody laughed about it, and yet people still have that godforsaken blue check.
Why would I pay for a blue check?
So you're verified.
Okay, I don't even... I mean, maybe if I was, popular at all.
Why are you bringing this up with me? You should really be levying your complaints at Elon Musk.
Hey, you're the one who brought up Twitter, not me.
That was an example, okay? I don't know what the equivalent of Instagram is, but I can complain about that too. They keep changing the design. I've only had the app for like 2 months, and they've changed it twice. Is that a normal thing? I can't ever okay, I finally figured out how to post like the little plus, right? I knew where the plus was.
Mm-hmm.
Then they moved the plus and I couldn't find it for like a week until I finally saw it at the bottom of the screen. Like, what is it doing down there? How long has it been down there?
And then they moved it again.
I don't even know where it is right now, to be totally honest. Like,
on the home screen, it's on the top right corner.
It's back up there again? Wait,
Yeah.
okay, all right, hold on. I'm looking. I'm looking right now.
Or am I thinking?
No, it's
No, I
not.
think I
It's
might be
still at
thinking
the
of
bottom.
notifications. I'm thinking
Yep.
of notifications. My bad. Because notifications used to have its own tab, and then they got rid of it.
Is there? Wait, I thought there was an app dedicated to shopping on this. Like, not an app, a tab, but it seems to be gone now.
Maybe it might have. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen that.
Oh, maybe it was just the like search function, and I never understood it because it seemed like it was all just stuff they were trying to sell.
Oh, probably. I know. Well, for the search function, think of that like if this was TikTok, your For You page. And so
I'm not
all the
super familiar with
posts.
TikTok, to be totally honest. Oh,
Got
maybe
it.
it was TikTok I was thinking of because I did download that recently.
Probably.
Wait. I've
But
committed
what's
to
it
the
called?
Chinese spyware.
All right. But yeah, basically the For You page is pretty much
You could glance past that, huh? Okay.
yes. It's pretty much the YouTube algorithm of, hey, we saw that you like this, here's more stuff we think you'll like. But TikTok is very good at uh having hyper specific things catered specifically to you.
I see. It's
Um
definitely okay. Yep. I don't know this layout. They changed the layout there too since the last time I was on.
yeah, everything's constantly
Oh
changing.
God.
I mean, we live in an ever changing society, you know?
Yeah. Got to give those programmers something to work on.
Exactly.
Oh, we finished
Exactly.
this app? No, we didn't finish the app. We're still working on it. I swear, boss. We have so many things we're gonna do. All right, what's next on the docket? Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move the how to make content button somewhere else. Why would we do that? Don't people need to know where that is in order to make content on our platform? Nah,
If
nah,
they
nah,
really
nah, nah.
wanted to make content, they're gonna find it.
This is gonna streamline the process because it's gonna be closer to their thumb.
Yeah.
It'll tempt them. They don't have to go quite as far. I mean,
No more having to switch hands to reach the button.
yeah, you can do Instagram stuff entirely one-handed now. Wait a second.
So, anyways,
These are real conversations between real Hollywood execs.
are are we the Hollywood execs or
Well, we're playing the Hollywood execs in this Hollywood
got
rendition
it.
of Silicon Valley.
Well, you see, and because we are actually Hollywood superstars, so we know everything that goes on in
Indeed,
Hollywood.
indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
We know everything.
All the inner workings
The inner
of
machinations of Hollywood are not an enigma to us.
exactly, exactly. So you get it.
I do.
We get it.
We get it, comrade.
um, yeah. I hope you know I have nothing planned for today.
That's kind of how it usually goes. And then
Yeah.
somehow we
Okay.
fill an
Cool.
hour.
Somehow, and apparently people actually do listen to, or at least have us in the background and play the whole episodes. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I think we're
To,
doing
to
something
to
right.
those of you out there that do that, y'all are OGs. I'd give y'all a high five, but all I can do is slap my monitor, I guess, and
Don't do that. Don't
say
do that.
thanks.
I feel like maybe just like a finger bang, like a
A what?
thanks. Like you know how people, yeah. I know you can't see what I'm doing,
That
but like
sounded like you made
you know,
finger guns. Yes,
finger
yes.
guns. Yeah, some
You
people
called it
call it
finger bang?
some people call it finger bang.
No, no,
Yes,
no, 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 no. Isaiah, people don't call it finger bang.
yes, they do.
That's a very different thing. Very different thing.
Listen, I understand what you were saying to me, but there is a subset of people who refer to finger guns as finger
Who
bangs.
is this
Because
subset?
what
Show
do
me
gun,
them.
what sounds do guns make?
Describe them to
Bang
me.
bang. So it makes sense. I don't like this silence. I don't like how you're talking to me right now.
I'm just gonna.
So you're just gonna breeze past this like we didn't just have this conversation.
No, 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 no. I'm just. Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You hit it. We'll hit them with the finger bang. We will finger bang our fans.
Yeah. See, you made it weird.
I made it weird. Is that right?
Yes. I was speaking very innocently, very, very angelically even. I was just supporting our supporters and showing appreciation, and you made it weird.
I can't believe you'd accuse me of something like this when you're the one that brought up this weird topic.
You know what?
Just
You know
high
what?
five him, man. Fist bump him. What is that called in your culture, huh?
What is your culture, Jonathan?
Fist
What are you
bump.
trying to
We
say?
call fist bump fist bump. What is it to you? Fisting?
No. Oh my God, that's something completely different. You freaking weirdo.
Oh, what could you possibly mean by that? That only
I
has
mean,
one possible term when you greet a friend. You stick out your hands and you fist each other. I don't like this weird silence. Why are you making it weird?
I can't help but feel like the roles have been reversed. The turns have tabled.
They've been very tabled, my friend. Very tabled indeed.
Yeah. So I'm going to push us on to the next segment. Woo!
Yes, what is the
Which
next
is
prepared segment that you have?
um. Well, I did my taxes yesterday.
Oh my god. Taxes suck. I can confirm that.
They do, but with our sponsor. No, I'm kidding.
The IRS is here to talk to us about. This is our special guest this week. The
The
guy that runs the
IRS.
IRS.
Who runs the IRS? I don't
I
think.
don't know, the
Hold
Treasury
on, I'm
Department.
curious now. Who is in charge of the IRS?
Oh, I think the base the blanket term would be the government. But
Yes. Well, of course. But
Google says
there's actually like the head of the IRS called the Commissioner of
yeah.
Internal Revenue, and his name is Doug O'Donnell.
Yeah.
He's an oh yes.
How is
Um,
he already incumbent if he was elected last year? Wait.
I,
Or maybe
what is
maybe he became wait.
that's a big word.
Does incumbent just mean they're the ones in there and everybody else is not
And
incumbent?
bent. I totally spelled that right. Incumbent means necessary for as a duty or responsibility. Currently holding office or the
Okay,
holder
yeah.
of an office or post. So it's just saying that he's the one who is in that position.
I
I'm
kind of for
guessing.
some reason thought it was about like you know how teachers get tenure for like
Mm,
if they've been there for a certain amount of time, you like can't fire them or something like that.
yeah.
It's a very bizarre system.
Gotcha. It looks like we get uh, a new a new commissioner every couple of years.
Like we vote a new one in, or that like
No,
they
it's actually
can't.
appointed by the president with the
Oh,
Senate advice and consent. Oh,
how
the term
many?
is 5 years.
Oh, okay. So they serve one full president's term, and then they get kicked out by the next guy.
Pretty much.
That's
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
think any of these names have been duplicated once. But I wonder if it's because it's kind of like with presidency, how they can only do it a certain amount of times.
It could have
But
term limits. Yeah, you can only be treasurer or head of the Treasury Department once.
yeah,
Well, we like that
because
guy, but you know what? He didn't match up. I figure people just get ticked off at him, losing money year over year. Just go, you know what? You did terrible. Next, please.
what do they even do? I mean, I feel like this goes into like accounting and
The exact same thing that the people that move the button on Instagram do.
oh
You
god.
know what we're gonna do? We're gonna raise interest rates.
Mm,
Y'all want a home? Oh yeah, no, you can't have a home.
yeah, I mean, you didn't pay for your home, so what you gonna do?
Yeah, the key, kids, boys and girls, is to get into credit cards.
No, no. Listen, I don't
It's
have
like
a credit
free
card.
money.
I don't have a credit card myself, and every time I say, I think we could get a credit card, every single person has told me not to.
How are you supposed to build credit? How do you build credit in order to buy a car, in order to buy a
Pay
home?
your taxes.
It's what?
That's how that works, right?
I I don't think so.
Oh,
You have to have credit to build credit. And
well.
you start credit by taking out a loan or getting a credit card,
Mm-hmm.
and you can slowly build your credit history. It's basically a Ponzi scheme. Like if
Yes.
you go, "Hey, I promise that if you give me this free money, I will pay you back."
I don't think it's free.
As long as you pay it back, I mean, it's
Oh,
really
God.
not even like Okay. Say okay. Here's the situation, right? Say you
Okay.
have $1,000, right? You
Mm-hmm.
take this $1,000, but that's in cash. You have cold hard cash. It's sitting. You have a single gold bar on your desk, right?
Yeah.
But you also have a credit card that has a limit of $500. So you have $1,000 in total that you can spend. No, I'm sorry. You have $1,500 in total that you can spend. Your buying power is $1,500
Okay.
because you have $1,000 and you have 500 imaginary dollars that are the equivalent of 500 real dollars.
Um. Okay.
And so if you so like imagine what you could buy for $1,000, right? Like
TV.
yes, a TV, a fairly expensive desktop computer for 1,000 would probably work. Or you could go, I'm gonna do the next model up for 1,500, and hopefully use that investment to return that money that you spent that you don't technically have to pay off that $500 credit limit
Which is
before
the emergency money, not the emergency imaginary money.
the imaginary money. Yes, you can pay off the imaginary money before you get it, before it's before they penalize you for not having paid it back. And as long
So,
as you meet that, we're not penalized for doing this, your buying power is 1.5 times as much as it is. And that scales. That scales as high as that
mm.
card can go.
So basically, a credit card is saying, "Hey, here's money that I don't have. I'm going to use it, and then I'm going to pay it back before you realize, not realize it's gone, before you charge me for using the money."
Yes. I took money out of your purse and I spent it. But as long as
Mm-hmm.
I put that money back before you realized it, I don't get in trouble.
Oh, so basically, just stealing money from our parents. Got it.
Kind of, but from credit companies. Yeah.
A lot scarier.
The key, of course, the key is to use it for investing.
Hmm.
Not like investing in like stocks and stuff, but I mean investing in stuff that makes money to bring it back.
Yeah, I don't remember who told me, but they said that credit companies don't like it when you don't spend the money,
Yes. Yep.
and that lowers your credit score. And I was like, that's stupid.
Mm-hmm. You have to use their stuff in order to like prove to them that you like them.
Hmm. You like them enough to use their money and then pay them back for using their money.
Yes. They're like,
Theoretically.
I'm looking at this money and you're using this money, but giving it back to me. And so we're seeing you're building credit history with us, which makes us look good and it makes you look good. So as long as we keep this cycle going, everybody's going to see you and think that you're pretty cool. And that
Hmm. Hmm.
applies to other institutions. So if you want to start like a small business or something and but your credit limit is only like I don't know. I'm imagining you need like 20. I don't know how much you need to start it, but 25,000. I'm gonna put an arbitrary number of 25,000 to start a
That's a
business,
big
right?
number.
For example, right? But your credit limit is only 10,000, and you don't have any cash at this point. I'm imagining. Well, I should wind this back. You have 5,000 in cash now, and
Hmm.
5,000 on your credit limit, but you need 25,000 in order to start a small business. And so you take your money and you take your credit and you take your credit history and you go to like a bank and you go, hey, I want to start give me an example of a business.
Me? Is this a business I'm starting up or a business that's already doing
Just
its
a
thing?
theoretical business that you
Um,
need $25,000 to get off the ground.
it's a business where, uh, a 3D printing business. There
A
we go.
3D printing business. Okay. Right. So you take your $5,000 gold bar. You take your
Mm.
credit card with a $5,000 limit. You take your credit history of I've been a very good boy. Here I pay my money, I pay my debts back every time. And then you go to the bank with your manila folder full of, "Hey, I want to buy a 3D printing machine and print stuff on Etsy." And they go over there
Yeah.
and they look at all your stuff and they go, "Okay, so 5,000 plus 5,000 and you think you need 25,000. We will give you a loan for $15,000. Here you go. Pay it back by this time or we will come and seize all of your assets and all of your business are now ours."
Wait, okay, hold on. So basically, what you just said was your credit score lets people know, hey, this guy spends a lot of money, but he also pays us back, so he's good for it.
Yes.
Got
You
it,
could
got it.
trust this dude to pay back his debts because
Mm.
he has every time and this is his history.
Well, isn't that just rent? Does that not count?
Rent is a good example of it, but that's actually a part of it. Is I think you
Mm.
can use Rent to do that. I'm not sure if it does it basically because I've seen maybe I don't know if it was an now I don't know if it was an advertisement or if it was like an article that I read that it was
Mm.
some credit card that was like
Oh, I think I
saying,
know
"Hey,
exactly what you're
you
talking
can."
about. I think it was an
I
ad.
think it was an ad.
Was it Credit Karma? No, they're
I
the
don't
ones
know
who
who
check
it
your credit
was.
score.
Yes,
I feel like it
yes.
was like Chase Bank or something.
It said like now you can finally use Rent to build your credit history. It's like, well,
Hmm.
what does that mean? Well, because I know that when I
Or
lived in an
was it?
apartment, we had
I
two
don't know.
ways of paying for rent, and that was like a
Mm.
direct deposit, or we could pay through a credit card. But the credit card one had like a penalty, like it
Hmm.
cost more.
Oh,
So I don't
that's
know. That's that. You
uh,
know what we should do is we should probably find someone who knows something about this,
yeah, that'd
and
probably
not
be a
just
good idea.
my second and third hand information.
I feel like this just starts the interest, of credit cards for some people, because some people are not knowledgeable, and you have a little bit more knowledge than some people, and then they're gonna be like, okay, well, I need to learn more, so they're gonna do their own research, or they're just gonna take your word for it and then get mad at you when what you
Yeah.
said is not exactly true.
Don't come after me if you're not what do you call it? Responsible for you have to
By
be
the way,
responsible.
this is that's John, who goes by Grivo A on all social medias. He lives at
Wait, hold on a second. Wait a minute here.
Yeah, you just got doxxed. Welcome to Twitter.
You gotta use the adage is true. You gotta spend money to make money. You don't
Yeah,
spend money, you can't make money unless you
and you
can
can't be
make money. In
happy.
which case, I don't know. That's stuff happens. It's like
How do
magic
you?
sometimes.
I mean, that's probably just people who are very frugal with money, which
Yeah,
I
or
am
they take their
not.
money and they play the
Invest?
stock market like GameStop or what's the one that's
Mm-hmm.
going on right now? The big meme stock. I think it's Bed Bath and Beyond.
For real?
Yeah, at least it was a couple of months back.
That's not too surprising, actually. Bed Bath& and Beyond makes a lot of money.
But the opposite actually. They're going out of
Oh, it's
business
not?
basically.
What? Why? The candles are so good.
It's an unsustainable business model. I don't know. There were a lot of problems with it. They literally closed the one that was. It's been here where I live for longer than I can remember.
Oh,
Devastating to people in my family that like going there.
yeah,
But you know what? I saw it happen in person, and I should have ridden the wave of
yeah,
betting against them, or rather, not betting against them, but betting against betting against the hedge funds that are shorting the stock, knowing it's going to
yeah.
go out of business. And so I take the opposite stance in order to keep them alive just long enough for the hedge funds to run out of money.
So
Then
that you can
I
have
get
money.
profit.
Yeah. Then that just made me think of oh my gosh, Kmart.
Haymart?
Kmart, yeah.
Are you saying like K, like cat?
Yes. K as in not cat. K as in kill. Or
Okay, all right.
Kmart. It was a little store that used to
Yeah.
be real big and then it went out of business.
Yep. That would be
Or
another a great example of something that the Wall Street bets
Blockbuster.
community would destroy. They would do the exact same thing with that Radio Shack.
Yeah, Radio Shack. That's a
Blockbuster's a
throwback.
good one as well. Yeah.
Hollywood Video. I miss Hollywood Video.
Hollywood Video was like a bad Blockbuster though.
I mean, yeah, but Blockbuster went out first.
That's
Not
is
much, not much later did Hollywood Video go out.
oh that's fair.
Blockbuster, at least back in my hometown, Blockbuster was gone first.
You know the one that I see all the time right now is
Mm.
I haven't seen as many GameStops, but I see game exchanges all over the place.
Yeah, no, Game Exchange. They. make hella money.
I don't even really understand what they do because I've only been inside I think once, and it
Game
wasn't even to
exchange,
like do anything. It was I was waiting for like a liquor store to open or something.
word. It's pretty much, I would say, a pawn shop, but usually people don't plan on buying the stuff back. But people literally just sell their their video game related items and merch and or like fanboy stuff, and get money from it. Uh, but they are very stingy with money. I'll tell you that. But yeah, no,
Like
it's pretty much just a pawn shop, but specifically for video games and technology and stuff like that.
like how GameStop would buy your games back for like pennies on the dollar.
Pretty much, yeah. I know. What's it called? Uh, Jacob, one of my roommates, he was gonna sell them his old Xbox One, because he finally upgraded. But they said they'd only give him, I think, like $80 for the system and all the accessories he had with it.
Yeah, definitely go to like Facebook Marketplace or something for that.
Absolutely. Um, but yeah. So, but that's where let's see, because the one where I live right now, it's got a good array of stuff. It's got a whole bunch of games from like the original PlayStation all the way to like the current gen stuff.
You have an original PlayStation?
I don't, but I could probably buy one from there. They'd probably overcharge it though.
Oh, possibly. Yeah, it's vintage at this point.
Oh,
What is it?
absolutely.
Retro?
I do have the original Xbox though. It's in my closet.
Oh, there you go.
I don't play it, and I don't plan on selling it because the original plan was to hold it until I could give it back to my brother because it's technically his. My grandmother bought it for him,
Mm.
but he ended up leaving it when he had moved out, and so I've just been holding on to it. Also, just because emotional hoarding and stuff.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But
You talking
yeah,
about see, my ADHD has squirreled me off to a topic that a conversation I had with my mom about 2 years ago that I still remember because we haven't finished
hmm
that conversation. But so retro, vintage, and antique, those three
yeah,
words, right? Like
hmm
there was a time when we occasionally like to go to antique stores just because old stuff is kind of cool to look at.
yeah,
And I was looking at something from like the 70s, right? It's like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. This is really like this is a pretty awesome antique. And my mom went, that's not an antique. That's just like because she was born in '65, right?
yeah.
Sorry, mom. I
Well,
definitely
that'll do it. That's why.
like yeah. I was like, this is like an antique. It's like 50 years old,
hmm
and she would have been like 5 when this thing was in active circulation. She's like, no,
Yeah.
no, that's not an antique. That's just like it's just normal. That's like it's old, yeah, but it's not antique. And she quoted, I think and I asked her like, well, how old to you is an antique? And and she was like, it's got to be like 50 years old.
Oh no.
So like stuff from the 20s and the 30s.
hmm
Like no, sorry,
That's.
like sorry, not 20s to 30s. She went like instead of it was like 20 years back from there. So it's like
hmm
it wasn't the 70s, it was stuff from the 50s, from the 40s and 50s. That's antique stuff. And beyond that is like old antique stuff. And I went,
Ancestral
you
even.
know that this is like 52 years old right now? This object that I'm holding is like twice as old as I've been alive on this earth. And it kind of freaked her out. And my question the question that I wanted to ask you with this was
Huh.
how old is an antique to you? When does an object become an antique?
That is a very good question. I guess if we throw the other words into the mix, I'd say vintage is something that is still popular but is older. So like maybe like 20-ish years at so like stuff from like the early 2000s would be considered vintage or like the 90s.
So like
Um
you could ironically wear like 90s clothes and it's like
yeah.
a vintage look. It's not
Oh
like
wait, hold on,
wearing
rewind.
like
I
a
meant the other way
dress or
around. I meant
something from the
retro.
1800s.
I was thinking retro, actually. That's my bad. Actually, I don't know. I feel like vintage and retro can be used a little interchangeably, but like
Yeah.
antique is definitely at least 50 years old, depending on what it is.
Okay.
Um, but when I think of something antique, I think of like something that's an actual relic of the past.
Well, at that point, what does it
Oh, I
become? A
guess that'd be a
historical
relic, huh?
object or something?
Yeah, like the what's it called? The Declaration of Independence. That's a relic.
How did I know you were gonna go there? I was just thinking of national treasure.
National treasure. Yes, sir. But no, that would be a relic. Because I guess a relic is also
A relic.
in.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
I feel like I'm not using this word wrong. Hold on, let me look it up before I use it. Indicative.
Uh,
Did I spell that right?
A relic is indicative.
Yeah,
The
a
word
relic is
relic is indicative.
indicative
Yeah.
of history, though. Like it has a historical presence, I guess, for lack
Okay.
of a better word, versus like something that is antique, which is I feel like something more of like a collector's item.
So like the gun that shot Abraham Lincoln versus just like some cavalry pistol from that same time period.
Yeah,
One's a relic because it has historical ties. The other
and antique.
is just an antique.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I guess. I guess because when I think of antique, the first things I think of is like that was rude. Is like antique like China.
Yeah. Like tables and
Uh
chairs and
yeah.
stuff.
Like that's things that people like will collect as for like a set piece kind of deal. Um
Mm-hmm.
or versus like a relic, which would be more like um uh
What about
George no,
like a mummy or something
that
that's had like 2,000 years of percolating time inside of his
mm,
coffin?
that would deal with spirits, and I don't deal with that. So, um,
All right,
no.
fine. I don't know what an arrowhead or something. What's another good?
I guess that could also be a relic too, because it is also indicative of history. Because I mean, it's got a history to it. Because arrowheads are uh, a cultural thing, actually, and there's a lot of culture tied to that. So having an or finding an arrowhead, there's a lot of history that went into that arrowhead over time. And like
True.
same thing
Yeah.
with a mummy, only like certain people got mummified. And they got mummified for a reason because a lot of them were, powerful people. Most of them were pharaohs and stuff like that. So they had some historical importance.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
I guess the
yeah.
historical importance is there.
So I guess they would
By our
also
definition,
be
they would be relics.
relics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is a relic of the
Because
past.
I don't think somebody's going to be collecting antique mummies, stealing them from their tombs.
How could we? How could you possibly know that?
I
Let's
mean,
see.
unless we're in the Conjuring universe, I don't see that happening.
Man, I'm so mad at the Conjuring verse.
Why?
I just felt like it could have been cooler than it was. Don't get me wrong. Cool. It's awesome. I love the concept of the like two people with the spooky house, but like
Hmm.
the vault of evil things inside of there.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it could have been like they could have gone full MCU, just had all of these different spooky things.
I mean, that could be what it's leading up to.
They just haven't yet, and they're missing their chance because I don't know what the next big thing is, but
Mm.
the superhero wave I think is dead. I think it's
It's
been
definitely
beaten to
dying.
death. I think the final nail in the coffin was like quarter four or well, no, not quarter four.
Phase 4?
Phase four. Yes.
Yeah, that's what
The
everybody's saying
they went,
too.
look at this masterpiece, Infinity War and Endgame, and now this other stuff. It's like I
Yeah,
haven't even seen what is the one that just came out, Ant
Ant-Man
Man and the
and
Quantumania,
Quantumania.
right? I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Only heard bad things about it.
Caleb has seen it, and his like biggest takeaway from it was it just felt like it was a setup movie.
Yep, I've heard that. I've heard that. I've heard that the CGI wasn't good. I've seen pictures of what is his name, Modoc or whatever. I don't even
Ooh,
know if that's
yeah,
fake or not because it looks so bad. I just don't know
yeah,
what's going on. I have no idea what is happening over at Disney. That they went, you know what, y'all aren't making as much money. I mean, to be
yeah,
fair, they didn't even finish some effects on Endgame. So
yeah.
why would
But
they
this still came out a
bother?
pretty good movie.
It did, yes, it did. But there are certain moments in there that like
Yeah,
are weird to the eye because they didn't. they could have and they didn't. They probably ran out of time or something. Is all I'm
Mhm.
imagining, and just can't push it
See,
back because that's way too big of an event.
yeah. What I think of whenever, like after Endgame, I just look at it as if, because I think they're just trying to reuse the same formula for the first four phases,
Yeah,
just a little differently.
yeah.
Because I mean, the big bad, spoiler alert, the big bad is Kang the Conqueror, which has been kind of teased for a while.
But isn't he in
Um,
Quantumania? Isn't he the guy that they're
yes,
fighting in Quantumania?
I don't really know exactly what's going on with that because again I haven't seen it.
Okay,
But yeah,
fair.
he's supposed to be the big bad. I can tell you spoilers about that later if you want. But um,
About
he's
him being
supposed to
the big
be
bad?
about kind of what happens in the movie.
Oh, okay, okay.
But yeah, no, he's supposed to be the big bad for like this next overarching saga. Because like they have the King Dynasty Avengers movie coming out, I think in 2 years from
Kang
now.
Dynasty.
Yeah, cause well, this isn't really spoilers, but King he basically is able to travel through time. Uh,
Wasn't he like the Watcher dude at the end of the world from Loki?
yes,
Right.
yes. Again, spoiler alert, but that's kind of too like a
Ah,
year
that
or
one's
two
been out
late.
for like
Uh,
many
but
moons.
it's because that there's like a council of King, pe- which is kind of like just him from different timelines, kind of all converging.
Like the Council of Rick from Rick and Morty.
Exactly. Yeah, quite literally that.
Amazing.
Um, So like he's supposed to be the overarching bad guy for this, kind of like how Thanos was being the overarching bad guy for the first big Avengers
Mm-hmm.
saga. Um, but the thing that is different with that is Thanos was in the background for almost all of it until he finally made his big appearance in Infinity War, um, which really kind of showed like, oh man, this guy is a big threat. We got to watch out for him because we didn't really know what he was capable of outside of the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Kang, who is in this entire movie, and we can see everything he is capable of. And Caleb said he was really just kind of underwhelmed by the whole thing.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I think that's an unfortunate uh, sympathy that a lot of people are
yeah,
having for it.
and like it's hard not to compare it to the original Avengers saga, but it's also like that's kind of the greatest piece of superhero masterpiece that is out at the moment in
Yeah.
terms of like films,
Mm-hmm.
especially live action films. So especially if it's the same company, because I mean it's in the same realm of people comparing Love and Thunder to Ragnarok.
Oh, sure.
Everybody
Yeah.
loved Ragnarok, but everybody hated Love and Thunder.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
So
I don't know what the next big thing
mm,
is for Marvel to
I'm
do.
just waiting for the mutants to finally show up
Yeah.
one of these
Yeah.
days.
I mean, we've been hearing rumors for ages that uh almost said Logan Paul. Logan and the actor that
Mhm.
plays him is of course Hugh
Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman.
Thank you. Yes, I got there. I got there. I
We have
had
the
to think
same
about it
birthday,
for a
by the
minute.
way.
You and Hugh
If you
Jackman?
didn't know.
I
Yeah.
think you have told me that fun fact before.
Yes, it's a great fun fact that I can start off my small talk with.
Yes, yeah. When we get to meet him someday, you can go, "Oh my God, I was born on the same day."
Twins.
Well, we've been hearing rumors for a long time. I feel like that he's coming back for something,
Mhm.
and I forget if that was
Actually,
confirmed. I
he's
feel
gonna
like it
be in
was.
Deadpool 3,
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
which is its own little timeline. I don't know what the word
Yeah,
is
it's in
here.
its own universe
Yeah.
somehow or
So I
something.
guess that is where we're getting mutants because we've had mutants in there since the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's how we get our mutants, I'm honestly fine with that.
Yeah, yeah. So they get to smash those two universes together and take the whole thing into the R territory.
Yeah, that's when we're gonna get our final Avengers.
Yeah, and they torpedo the whole careers of
Yeah,
everybody involved.
absolutely.
It's
Did you hear
it's
that? Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
No, what you got?
I was gonna kind of change the subject a little bit.
Mm.
So, what were you gonna say?
But it was going to be a very long tangent that I can condense down to
Okay.
having studied film history. I
hmm
cannot tell you where the next big thing is going.
hmm
Like
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody could have predicted that superhero movies would have taken the world by storm for 10 whole years,
Mhm.
but there hasn't been that for 10 years now. Because I think, when did Infinity War and Endgame come out? Like 2012, 2015,
No, that was like 2018.
2018. Okay, so it's been a little bit
I'm
less
pretty sure.
time.
Hold on. Let me.
I feel like 2012 is
Endgame.
way too.
Oh, 2019.
Okay,
Yeah, because we were in
2019.
college at this point.
Yes,
Is when Endgame came
it's
out.
been Endgame. Okay, so it's only been a couple of years since then, but nothing
Mhm.
has emerged to take that spot of, man, I was way off. I was like 8 years off.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the only thing that would be even comparable, however you say that, would be Spider-Man: No Way Home, because that's something that people have been waiting for and anticipating since day one, especially since it was taking place immediately after what's it
No Way
called?
Home. You talking about the live action one?
Sp- yeah, the Spider-Man movie. Because I believe Far From Home came right after Endgame, and that's the one where Mysterio revealed Spider-Man's identity.
Ah, okay, I see.
Spoiler alert. And then No Way Home was him trying to erase his identity or erase that memory from everybody. And then that's the very first time we, outside of Loki, that we saw the multiverse colliding.
That's true. That's very true.
And also, they did. Everybody was excited for the return of, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. So
Yes, yes, that was a big thing.
that was such a good movie.
It
But
was. But
since
yes, the
then,
overall takeaway is, I don't know where the next big genre is going to be,
mhm,
because you can look back over history and kind of see the waves of people creating content and then it becoming more mainstream and then evolving, and it feels like we've hit
yeah,
this point of,
kind of
well,
peaked.
where do we go from here?
Yeah.
Like, we're still going to make movies, but what are they about? Like,
Mhm.
what's the next big franchise? We just have no idea.
A good comparison with that, which is something that everybody knows, is the DC cinematic universe, which I don't think we need to get too into,
Hmm.
but they haven't had really that many good runs for movies in a while since they've tried to combat the MCU.
Yeah.
Um, what's it called? The only good movies that I remembered people talking about was Wonder Woman, the first one, not the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen the second one yet, so I don't have any opinions about that. But I haven't heard anything good about that one.
Same and same.
Um, Aquaman was a good one, and then I really like Shazam, the first movie.
I did. I enjoyed
Um,
Shazam as well.
I'm not really feeling the second one though.
Is the second one out?
It's coming out
Oh,
soon, I
oh, okay.
believe. Shoot, I knocked over my mic. Um, but yeah, because the second one, even though I haven't watched the first Shazam in a while, it kind of feels like it's touching on the exact same themes as the first one,
Hmm.
but just with more in peril, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's something that I never really liked in movies, which is basically trying to reuse the exact same formula as the successful one, but not really adding, or but because basically with movies you have the baseline, and then you gotta one up it each time. Because if
Right.
you just
That.
keep using the same formula, you're just remaking the same movie just with different things.
Yes. There's a reason that sequels almost never do as good as their originals.
Look at Shrek. Shrek was
Yeah.
a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Shrek 2, oh, so it's probably the best animated movie to date.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they came out with Shrek 3, which was, it was all right. I enjoyed it because I had it on DVD growing up, but
Mm-hmm.
I would have preferred watching the second movie. And that was a great end to the series, if you ask me. Oh, we're about to have kids. We need to have somebody take over the throne. And we did that. Cool, we're solid. And then they made a fourth movie.
Yep. Is that the Rumpelstiltskin one, or is that the
This
fifth movie?
Rumpelstiltskin one. No, there's not a fifth movie.
Is there not a fifth movie? I thought they were.
Not to my knowledge. There's been stuff talked about in the past, but I think that was just trolls.
Ah, I see. I see.
Not the movie, but like trolling people.
Yes, yes. No, I just watched all of the Shreks again recently. Actually last December, in preparation for the Puss in Boots movie.
Yeah.
Which,
The
by the
Puss in
way,
Boots. Go
oh,
for it.
incredible. Well, we we've gone further down the rabbit hole of this line than I thought we were gonna
Oh,
go. So I
absolutely.
think we should double back
Somehow,
to what you were thinking of earlier.
what was I thinking of earlier?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember.
I distracted by talking about film history and not knowing where
Okay,
we're
so we're
going.
talking about film history. Oh, the thing I was gonna say earlier was still kind of related to film and superheroes. But did you hear that they're replacing Henry Cavill as Superman?
As Superman? Oh
Yeah.
yes. Wait, who is replacing him? Because I know like Liam
I
Hemsworth is replacing him in The Witcher.
new Superman
Boy, he just
actor.
is. He got dropped from everything. I guess I understand why he wants to start up 40K.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't think it's been decided or like been officially said yet.
Hmm.
Outside of he's not going to be returning as Superman, and he's been Superman since like the original like Man of Steel.
Yeah, he's been in DC as Superman for a very long time.
Yeah, and so a lot of people are like obviously like upset about it because they're like, "Oh no, you're replacing my Superman." But I mean, it was bound to happen eventually.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I mean,
and he's been mhm,
I'm pretty sure Joaquin Phoenix said he wasn't gonna do a second sequel to the Joker movie,
a
and
second sequel.
sorry, a second movie, a sequel, a
Yeah,
second another movie as that character, and I've
mhm.
already seen promotional content for it.
Yeah. I think like he said he wasn't gonna do it, but then he changed his mind for some reason.
Hmm.
All I know is that what's it called? Lady Gaga's gonna be in it.
Yeah, yep. It's
Oh,
not
and she's
exactly
Harley
like people
Quinn.
are totally committing to weird things like this.
I mean, I think we're entering a stage of film where things are just experimental, really.
That
Kind
could
of
very
like,
well be the next wave.
yeah. I mean, it's like with Star Wars. Sorry, with Transformers. Transformers was a big hit before its time. Honestly, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it would have done real good in this time period, but they kept making movies and it fell off because the Transformers craze died. But like after Transformers, we got a whole bunch of like giant kaiju mech style movies like Pacific Rim and Godzilla reboots came out.
Yeah.
Uh and but by the time like the Godzilla reboots came out, the craze for like kaiju and giant mech monsters and stuff had kind of died out. So it didn't do as good.
Mm.
And we haven't had a new Godzilla movie in a while. Or a
Yeah.
new mech movie in a while.
I don't
Let's see
think we
what
have to
movies
worry
are
so
coming
much
out.
about Godzilla because that franchise has been around since the 40s and they're still making movies about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's one of the oldest franchises I can think of. You know what?
Coming
I
out with
bet
a
I could
movie.
make a possible prediction, and it's kind of a vague prediction,
Hmm.
but I feel like the next big thing might be the internet getting obsessed with the internet, by which I mean like American internet, getting
Yeah.
obsessed with a foreign film industry,
Oh,
like
absolutely.
Bollywood or like Japanese not cartoons, like anime becoming more mainstream, like because they have films, anime films that they come out with.
Yeah, I know.
Well, right, I know you know when I'm
Oh, I'm sorry. The mainstream. Got it.
yes, to mainstream media. I'm thinking that if we as Hollywood, as American Hollywood can't come up with that next big thing,
Hmm.
there may be a meme
We're gonna
wave.
outsource.
Yeah, of hey, you know what? Look at this movie from that they made in like South Africa has a growing film industry. Their
Hmm.
movies are all very super low budget and not like anywhere near as polished, and they're way more raw. But that's totally something that could appeal to a vast majority of people. If
Yeah.
suddenly like Who Killed Captain
Hmm.
Alexander or whatever the name of that movie is was
Yeah.
not a meme and it was like shown in a theater, people would lose their minds.
Hmm. I think
Or Alex, Who Killed Captain Alex is the name of it.
yes. Yeah. I feel like what's happening right now is we're entering another wave of because there was a wave of reboots that just hit
Mm-hmm.
like a few years ago
Yeah.
that a lot of them tanked because they were trying to feed off of nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of doing that, I feel like a lot of Hollywood is instead trying to make long-awaited or not needed sequels or like prequels and origin stories. Because like or like appeal to older, not older, but yeah, no, I guess older fan bases.
Mm-hmm.
Because like some of the movies that are gonna be coming out like this year or like the next couple of years, there's another Star Trek movie coming out, and
Yeah, with like the original cast, but they're all old.
yeah,
Is it, or is that the
or
TV show that I'm thinking of, the Picard
I
show?
I don't really know actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Me neither. Never mind.
Or
I take it back.
Creed is coming out with another movie
Yeah, Creed
here
3
soon. There's apparently another Mission Impossible coming out.
with with oh my god, what's his face? I can picture his face. Tom Cruise. With Tom Cruise again?
Um, yes.
Ah.
They're making Disney's coming out with. Is this a live action? I think
Are you just
a
looking at
live
upcoming
action.
releases?
Absolutely.
Okay, all
Uh,
right, let me pull
I don't know
this
if it's
up.
live action, but they're coming out with another Peter Pan movie.
Uh, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Another Mad Max is coming out. Another John Wick is coming out. We're also in this weird era of movies where, when I said experimental, I mean like Cocaine Bear is about to come out.
Yeah, yeah.
Dune Part 2 is coming out. We just had Megan come out.
I didn't see Megan, but I wanted to.
I didn't either. A lot of people were saying it's not like a scary movie, but it's kind of like a breath of fresh air almost.
Okay.
Um,
Interesting.
oh, do you know the Fast and Furious is coming out with a 10th movie?
Yep. I'm pretty sure the promotional content for that was "This is the beginning of the end," which is
Yeah,
like the worst possible thing ever.
absolutely.
Ugh, just so gross.
Oh, you know who's going to be the bad guy in that movie? Which makes sense.
I don't know. Is it The Rock? Which
It's
wrestler is it
Jason
this time?
Momoa.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, they're basically just getting A-list celebrities and then throwing them in there to get more people to watch.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, that's kind of what that whole franchise is about now.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because didn't they even make like a whole spin-off with the Rock's character? I think
I don't know. I know of Hobbs and Shaw, but I don't know about
that's the one I
another.
was thinking of. Yeah,
Is he Hobbs
yeah.
or Shaw? I thought one of
I believe
those.
he's
Okay, all
Hobbs.
right. See,
I think
I haven't
Shaw
seen
was
any
Bruce
of the 10.
Willis. I've seen the first 5. After the 5th one is when I stopped.
That's very fair. Yeah. As I
Because in
understand,
that
they go
one,
to
that was
space at one point, and I don't know what's
are
going
you?
on with that
Dear
franchise.
God, I don't know. Because it was during the 5th movie that the guy who plays Brian, I forgot, or his name is Brian, but what's his name? Vin Diesel's brother-in-law died in the car crash by in real life by drag racing. The guy who plays the brother-in-law,
Hmm.
I forgot his name. And so after that, I was like, I can't watch this. It's gonna make me sad.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh
What
man, his
is?
name will come to me.
Yeah,
Are there any
but
movies that you're looking forward to this year? I
oh
know
yeah,
you've
the Super
mentioned a
Mario
couple.
Bros. Movie.
That I was just looking at that, going, that is one that I'm excited for. I have
Like at
loved all of the
first,
content they've put out about it.
absolutely. At the beginning, everyone, including myself, was like, "This is gonna be terrible.
Yeah,
It's
they
gonna be
saw the
awful."
cast and went, "What's happening here?"
Like half the cast, I was excited for, like Bowser or
Oh
Jack
God,
Black as
yes,
Bowser.
yep.
That's perfect. Key as Toad, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, absolutely.
Yep.
But then when it was Chris Pratt as Mario, I was like, of all the people, of all the people.
I
But
think
I
he
mean,
fits that stereotypical voice. It's like I've
yeah,
heard John Cena's voice in ad campaigns now for like
yeah,
cars and stuff. And I go,
yeah.
I
He
know
does
that's his
insurance commercials
voice.
now.
I know that's his voice because I've heard him talk so
Hmm.
much now that I instantly recognize, oh, good. Mr. Cena is doing a commercial for Kia. Like, all right,
Mr.
man.
Cena. Yeah. Um.
Oh
Oh,
man.
I know Caleb's excited for Guardians 3.
Yeah, that one. I'm hoping that one will be fun because I haven't seen the holiday special, but
I haven't
actually,
either.
I haven't seen the holiday special, and I've heard nothing about it.
Mm-mm.
I guess I should
I mean,
probably
I don't know
watch
if
that.
it's like a canon thing or if it's kind of like the Star Wars thing.
It could be, yeah.
But just based on the commercial I've seen for it, I've already said that there's going to be at least two or three of the Guardians that are going to die.
I mean, I believe it. I'm pretty sure they're trying to retire that whole cast.
Absolutely. I know Batista said he's done after this movie.
Yep, yep. Well, he's going more
So,
mainstream, so good for him, man.
well, yeah. He was in that one Cabin in the Woods kind of movie
Yeah.
that just came out.
Well, he
Haven't
was
seen that
also
one
in
yet.
Glass Onion. He was a
Oh,
character.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's pretty great. He was, I guess, well, there was a lot of comedy relief in there. But he was like the musclehead comedy relief, which is pretty fitting for him.
Yeah. I do like that he's not just sticking with like an archetype though.
Mm-hmm.
At least not anymore, because I mean that would be his archetype is the musclehead comic relief.
Yeah.
But in that other movie, it seemed a lot more serious.
Yes, definitely. Oh man, that's coming out in April. That Super Mario movie.
Only April?
That's coming
Are you
up.
gonna
That's
come up
coming
here
up
and watch it
fast.
with us?
You know, maybe so. Maybe so.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be a fun. Let's see. There's also John Wick. The fourth chapter is coming up for John Wick.
I haven't watched any of the John Wick movies.
Oh man, they're pretty good. They're kind of weird at times, but overall very cool.
For what I have seen, it's kind of like this generation's Die Hard, in the sense of
I
it's
guess
like
so.
a man's movie.
Maybe if you
I
like
don't know.
violence, really well done violence, it's like
And Keanu Reeves,
perfect. Yes, and Keanu Reeves,
which is amazing. Yes,
the Dungeons and Dragons movie is coming out as well.
I don't want to go see that.
You don't want to go see that?
No, I don't know. I'm a little weird about it. What is that?
I don't know if I want to go see it in theaters. I think it might be a movie I watch with friends and drink too.
Yeah. What is this? Oh, apparently Winnie the Pooh is getting a scary movie.
Yes. Yep. Didn't that come out? Has that come out yet?
I don't think so. I haven't seen a release date. It says it's coming out this year. Oh yeah. Oh no, it released on the 15th.
Oh, dude, there's a Dracula movie coming out.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. What I saw something about that. I saw the commercial for that. I forgot what it was about. Obviously Dracula. But
yeah. The Evil of Dracula. I'm gonna have to go watch that just for the historical part of it.
Is it? It's not. No, it's not Haunted Mansion. What is this?
Okay, Across the Spider-Verse is coming out as well.
I thought it comes out next year. I think.
No. That's June 2nd is when that's supposed to come out.
Oh, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So you guess I need to save up money for that. Got it.
Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Yeah, they're still making Transformers movies.
Ooh, they have such a good cast for Across the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the first one was stacked. The second one's gonna be. I don't know how they top the first one, but.
Oh, let me tell you,
I'm excited.
They're gonna top the first one.
I'm excited.
They have to. Remember earlier when I said that I can't watch movies where the sequels use the same formula? Right. It's not the same formula. It can't be because the first formula was, Miles Morales is, his origin story.
Yes, and then introducing the Spider-Verse characters. And the next one, they already exist.
Yeah, but they were also getting introduced to so many more. At some point in the trailer, they're all chasing him down for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. See, I don't know. I could know nothing about that movie and still want to go see it, just based on the merit that the first one was incredible.
Oh, absolutely. And then also, the third movie is going to be coming out, I think, next year? Yeah, a year later, March 29th. Yeah, because I believe they are doing the whole thing at once, kind of how they did Infinity War and Endgame.
Oh, okay.
And then they cut it into 2 movies.
Wow.
Yeah. So the next one is Across the Spider-Verse, and then the third one is Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Oh, spooky. How far beyond?
We'll find out.
I guess we'll find out next time on
Dragon Balls.
Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, yeah.
You
The
didn't give me the right cue card.
2024 episode of Laymo John where we talk about this. Hey, future us, remember. Wait, we gotta say something about. We gotta make a prediction about Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Well, I can tell you this: they're going beyond the multiverse.
Oh, into the
Mm-hmm.
live action.
Yeah,
Is it
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
Robert
Actually,
Downey Jr.
I
and
don't
animated Miles Morales
throw Tom Holland in there as well.
and Tom Holland? Yeah.
Hmm But
Hey,
what
who
was it? There
voices
was
Miles
a
Morales? Why don't I know
um,
that off the top of my head?
I don't know the actor's name. Shamik Moore.
Uh,
He looks pretty cool. What else has he been in?
yeah. What else does he do? Wait.
He seems to be a more recent actor, actually. Like his earliest things are from like 2013. He does a lot of um voice acting, it seems, or a handful of voice acting, and then just like a lot of uh lesser known films.
Hmm.
Oh, he was also in Tyler Perry's House of Pain. Didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. No kidding.
That's cool. I want to be like that one day.
A young, multifaceted singer, actor, dancer. And he has a mixtape? Oh, he has a mixtape. I am the beat.
What was I gonna say? There was something very, very important.
Well,
Very, very.
it can't be
Oh,
too.
oh,
Okay, all right.
sorry. It was about the Spider Verse movie. Still, there was a game that came out on. I think it was the PS3 or like the Wii, and it was called Web of Shadows. I
Yeah,
think it was
yeah.
either that one or Shattered Dimensions. But one of them had Peter Parker, like the main Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 2099, and basically they're like working together to right the wrongs in history. Uh, and I wonder if, and there's another one where it's kind of like a multiverse kind of game too, where you get to play as various different Spider-Man as well. And I wonder if for Beyond the Spider-Verse, if instead of spatial access, they're going to go along the time access and do like time travel stuff.
Oh, that will get pretty trippy pretty quick.
Yeah, it would, but I feel like that'd be the next thing, really.
Hmm.
But anyways, yes, it seems
Nice.
we've reached our
Yes,
time.
we've hit our hour. Well done, us.
Somehow we spent like 30 minutes talking about movies
It wasn't
and
that long.
superheroes.
It was like 20 minutes.
That's still pretty long, man.
I think it was aerodynamic. It was ergonomic. All right, whatever. Let's just wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Watching? More like listen. Well, I guess some
There's
people
a
are
video.
watching.
There's a video part of this.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
Indeed, quite indeed.
Wait.
Yeah.
Next time we record, we need to have a name for our fan base.
Oh, we are taking. Okay, we are officially taking suggestions.
Yeah.
Email us. Hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah.
On Twitter and Instagram at
Or
Lamb
leave a comment on the YouTube video if that's where you're watching.
Yep. Let us know what you want to be called.
I'm feeling
The Lodge verse.
Yeah. I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah, me neither. All right.
All right.
Let's cut this thing.